The Prince's Trust Australia is a charity that is committed to a whole range of work within Australia. There was an event called Housing Melbourne, which was something the Prince and the Victorian government created together. And what it talked about was cities are the future. The traditional model of just extending and extending and extending cities is not good for community and it's not good for the planet. For more than 30 years, the Prince of Wales has been committed to sustainable urbanism, learning from tradition, but embracing the future. The State Government of South Australia talked to us about an exemplar new community they were building, and did we want to be part of it? One of the things we were particularly keen on in working with the Defence Housing Australia was that they are committed to integrating military personnel and to be showing that mixed-use, walkable communities will be celebrated here. I mean, this is an unmistakable traditional Adelaide terrace, but it's not fussy. So on a relatively constrained site, we've managed to get 4 flats and 8 houses. Now this is where you get the block at the back, which is made from recycled bricks. So we've worked with a wonderful team in Adelaide, together with local green consultants, local developers, and saying, let's all work together on this and see what we can do. And with the commitment of DHA to following that process and the builders to learning, we've arrived at something really quite groundbreaking in a traditional form for Australia.
We looked at, along with D Square, the installation values, the solar heat gain, Prince's Foundation architecture, and done the initial design, and then we modified that to suit Australian climates.
So it's really important to understand that the Prince of Wales's connection to Australia goes back a long way, and he's very committed to seeing how Australians who are supporting sustainable urbanism can be given a shot in the arm and brought together. And the ridiculous thing is in London this would cost you about £5 million, which is so absurd. Here it's going to be a tenth of the price, which puts it into the reach of real people like us. Such luxury, and the thought that it's going to be populated by hard-working defence personnel really makes your heart sing. Sarah, hi, I'm Dominic from the Prince's Trust.
Good to meet you,
So
Sarah.
great to meet you.
We're a little bit sceptical, but coming home the first day of 40 degrees last Friday, well, we didn't put an air conditioner or fan on that night and we didn't need it. We had another property that's an 1820s townhouse. The doors themselves in that townhouse are solid wood, and the doors here have that same feel, and I know it's only a door, but it looks like it has character. It looks like it's been here for a long time, but it's also very, very modern. We're both still relatively young, so we really enjoy the community atmosphere. You meet people that you wouldn't normally meet when you go out and just open the front door. And we're walking home on Friday night from Plant 4 after having dinner and bumped into 2 sisters that actually live in the next street over, and they've lived in Bowden for 50 years. And so we're catching up with them actually on Saturday. It's just a really lovely way of bringing ourselves into that community.
Prince's Terrace has been the work of a lot of people, and everybody has been committed to achieving something rather special here. Do you think this will work as an exemplar for people to look at the way we do things differently?
I think it has worked already. I mean, just looking at our own team, at first contractors were a bit reluctant, but when you got down to it, it's actually educated not only Colombo, but our subcontractors and our designers on what has to be achieved for Green State and what has to be provided.
It shows that you can take a small block, get quite dense development on it, but still offers you a really great quality of life. But we've taken elements of traditional architecture that respects Adelaide's heritage, and we've shown, let's look at the past as well as the future.